Let's normalize the uncomfortable. How to teach body safety without fear. Have you ever noticed how easily we talk about grades, homework, food, or even screen time? We can discuss math marks for hours with another parent and our children. We can debate whether our child has had too much sugar or not. But the moment the conversation changes to body safety, suddenly everything becomes uncomfortable. We clear up our throat, we change the topic, or we tell ourselves, "Oh, the kid is too small, I will explain it later." The only problem is, later often arrives after Google or your YouTube, or a friend on a school bus has already had the conversation. And that's exactly why this topic matters for parents and teachers like us. So stay tuned to understand how to navigate body safety to young children. Hello and welcome back. I'm Asha, presenting you the series of Mindful Parenting from M&R Scottsdale Group of Schools. Today we are talking about something many parents know it's important but still find it difficult to discuss: body safety, body privacy and boundaries. Not because it's wrong, but because most of us were never taught how to talk about it or how to teach these concepts without fear, shame, or awkwardness to our children. Because here's something I have learned after working with children and families for close to 2 decades. If you want your child to come back to you with much more difficult questions at 15, that kind of trust doesn't begin at the age of 15, but it begins at 3 or 5 or 7 years old. It is built through hundreds of small conversations long before the actual big question arrives. So let's normalize the conversation that protects our children in today's world. Let's talk about body safety with calmness, science, and a little bit of common sense. One of the first things every child should learn is their body belongs to them. So it's as simple. Your body belongs to you. A simple, powerful and incredibly important for children. Some parts of our body are private, not because they are dirty, not because they are shameful, not because we should never talk about them. They are private simply because they are personal. As parents, we spend a lot of time teaching children to say please, thank you and sorry, but we also need to teach them that they are allowed to have boundaries. Think about this, please. We teach our children not to interrupt others while they're talking. But do we teach them that they can say, "I don't like that. Please stop." Body safety begins here, not with fear, but with boundaries. Teach your children to understand how to draw their boundaries. Now, here is something many parents or teachers or caregivers like grandparents, aunt and uncle don't realize. Children don't learn about consent from one big lecture. They learn it from everyday experience. For example, take tickling. Many families, many parents, they tickle children because everyone is laughing. But here is something interesting. A child can laugh and still not enjoy it. Laughter during tickling is often an involuntary reaction. So if a child says stop or enough, we must stop immediately. Not after one more tickle or not after, just kidding, but immediately. Because every time we do that, we are teaching them a powerful lesson. And that is, my voice matters, my feelings matters, and my body matters. The same applies to pinching, the playful slapping, the rough play, or forcing affection. Children need to know that love and respect go together. Children learn by observing the cause and effects, not just by listening to lectures. Around 3 or 4 years of age, children start becoming more independent. They learn to dress up themselves, use the toilet without assistance, and to take care of their bodies by themselves. This is the perfect time to start teaching body safety. You can simply say, the parts covered by your underwear are private or personal. Most children understand that immediately. Then explain the rules. Nobody should touch or look at your private parts, or make you look at theirs, or make you touch theirs. But there are few exceptions. You have to explain this as well. Have only specific people help your child out with washroom business. This gives your child a clarity on who can touch them and for what. Once your child hits the 3rd birthday, they are ready to be trained to use health faucet. So start training the last step of toileting. A doctor may examine the child if they are sick, but prepare them beforehand. Often insist that they can be touched only in the presence of a parent or a trusted adult. Children also need clear information about this even before they go for a doctor's visit or even they start off their schooling. The most important message to your child is, if anything ever makes you uncomfortable, you can always come back and tell to me, and you please mean it and stand by it. So now, parents often ask, what if my child touches their private parts? Now let's address this question that makes many parents nervous. Should we be worried? Usually no. Babies and young children are naturally curious. They explore everything, their fingers, their toes, their ears, their nose, and yes, their private parts too. This is a normal part of development. The important thing is how we respond. There's no need to panic, no need to slap their hands away, no need to shame them. Instead, calmly say, those are your private parts, we don't touch it. And also, check if your child is developing an infection. And also teach them to address it, how it looks like when it has an infection. So you may have to repeat these many times till they actually understand they cannot do or touch their parts outside their personal space. And this should be absolutely okay because children learn through repetition. The lesson isn't your body part is bad, but your body part is private and personal. There is a huge difference between these two. Now you must protect what your child sees around. Parents, this is quite important for all of you. Young children observe far more than we think. Let me ask you something. If I say a word apple, just pause and listen. Apple. Did you immediately picture an apple? Or did you see the spelling of the word in your mind? Most likely the picture of a fruit. That's how human memory works. Children remembers in images, which means we need to be mindful about what they are exposed to. Be careful with explicit content on television, mobile devices and social media. Avoid hypersexualized content or even intimate gestures when young children are around. And please don't assume children aren't paying attention just because they are playing in the corner or kind of sleeping. Children are always observing, often silently, and sometimes they just imitate things that they have seen, even if they don't understand it. If that ever happens, you don't have to panic. Just stay calm and guide them, redirect them. To understand this concept better, watch my next video on the same topic of normalizing the uncomfortable. So now remember, curiosity is normal. Children need guidance, not shame. At the end of the day, body safety isn't about making children afraid of the world. It's about helping them feel confident from within. Children who know my body belongs to me, I can say no, I can ask questions, and I can tell a trusted adult if something feels wrong. And perhaps the most important thing is, I will be listened when I say something. These conversations don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be one big dramatic talk. They happen in small moments, at bath time, during bedtime stories, while getting dressed up, even while going to the school. One small conversation at a time. If this video helped you think about body safety in a different way, please share it with another parent, teacher, grandparent or a caregiver, because protecting children doesn't start with fear. It starts with awareness, and it starts with a conversation. If you would like more mindful parenting content based on child psychology and real life parenting challenge, then don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on your notification. Until next time, enjoy your parenting. Bye-bye.